Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about culture, society and foreign policy in times of change, in times of the corona crisis. Because of the lockdown, I'm continuing with the online talks, and this time for the first time in English. Normally I invite guests from Germany, and I'm very happy that I will speak today with Małgorzata Trzaskowska today. So it will be the first international talk. Małgorzata Trzaskowska from Warsaw, Poland. Hello to Poland.
Hello everybody.
In fact, I'm not really much supporting the idea that women are introduced by naming and by introducing them as wives and naming her husband's names. But this time, I hope you excuse me. Małgorzata Trzaskowska is latest since 2020, one of the most famous faces in media. Her husband is the liberal mayor of Warsaw, Rafał Trzaskowski, who was running for president of Poland this year. The presidential election took place in July, and he was challenging Andrzej Duda, who narrowly has beaten his challenger in the presidential elections. So, Małgorzata, what changed since July in Poland? What do you observe in recent days in your country?
Well, it changed a lot. We had to start to protest against changing the law. So there are lots of protesters on the streets and we fight for our rights.
And what impressed you the most during the women protest? And perhaps you can tell us what women demand in Poland right now.
Well, what impressed me, the number of protesters and their age. Most of the people are very, very young. And I'm really happy that they woke up and, that they care about what happens. When it comes to women, well, we simply fight for our right to have a choice. We want to decide about our own body and life. The law concerning abortion in Poland is already very, very strict. It is simply forbidden. And only in 3 dramatic cases, 3 dramatic cases, women have a choice. They have a choice. And now they want to take it from us. So we have to protest.
I may ask, these protests are not new. Why so many of the people are, why so many of Polish people are on the streets right now?
Well, the attempt to totally forbid abortion was just a trigger for the protesters. Now we demand far more. We demand honesty, we demand free courts, we demand proper education and healthcare. We want the states to be separated from the church. So there are so many people that think the same way. And that's why, so countless crowds on the streets.
So the protests are not only women's protests?
No, they are not only women's protests. Our men accompany us and really, really lots of teenagers and young people.
And do you observe international solidarity from other women from other countries, from other feminist movements in Poland right now?
Yes, of course. Women are protesting and supporting us in many countries. I mean, in Belgium, in Holland, France, Germany, of course, Scandinavian countries, even well-known actresses support us, like Meryl Streep or Jane Fonda.
And how you yourself are supporting the women issue in Poland? Are you also joining the protests?
Yes, of course. I simply take part in all the protests very actively. And I also share my point of view in social media. We all need to know that we are the force to be reckoned with, we women.
And how successful you and your colleagues will be? What do you expect?
Well, I wish we stopped the dictatorship that is developing in our country. I wish we lived in a democratic, open, tolerant country that respects women's rights and all the minorities. I simply wish we respected each other.
And do you have some projects for nearer future to support this topic? Like for you yourself, because we were talking that you are also joining the protests, but are you also actively taking part in projects, civil society projects, for example?
Yes, I do my best. I established a foundation, Solidarity Women Foundation, and I hope we'll meet across Poland when pandemic stops, and we'll talk about women's problems and how to support each other.
Tell me more about the foundation. So what's the goal? Who is participating? What kind of project you launched?
Well, I want to connect women. I want to connect them and to encourage them to help each other. I mean, women with certain competences and women that need help. There would be three different elements concerning health, concerning law, changing law, and concerning education. Education is the main issue that I want to support. And when it comes to health, of course, to protect women from women's cancer, how to examine yourself. There are lots of different subjects that we should focus on. And I want to meet with women in big cities, small cities, and in villages. And it's really important that we understand that we have similar problems. Never mind where we live, what we think, or where do we come from. So the problems for women are very similar.
And do you think that the role of women is changing now, like the role of women in Polish society?
Well, I hope so, that our voice will be, stronger. And will become stronger and stronger every day.
Okay. So you would say that right now, also in times of Corona, women are playing another role, are politically active and visible on the streets of Poland.
Yes, they are visible, as you may see. Well, as you may see, there are so many of us. So let's hope everything goes in the right direction, that something, I feel that something happens, that something is changing, and that we should keep together whatever happens and support each other. Let's hope it will
And
work.
what do you wish for Polish women and, of course, for Polish society in nearer future?
To be together. We are divided very deeply right now. And I hope that we will be together and together work for the better future, for our future and for our children's future.
And especially for women, what do you wish for?
For all of us. I mean, if women are happy, everybody's happy. So we have to work on it all together. And for women to be visible, to be listened to, and to be simply happy within the family and the society.
Yeah, I think this is also what we all need during the lockdown, during Corona times, to work on this happiness and bring the society together. So thank you so much, Małgorzata Trzaskowska.
Thank you very much.
Poland, for sharing your thoughts about what's going on in Poland right now and about the women protests actually going on.
Thank you very much. Keep safe and healthy.
Thank you. All the best to Warsaw.
All the best. Bye-bye.